out my problems, let me point up and up his magic. With the gang, we ball out and make it tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it?
Clay? Dang, he letting that thing fly. Mm-hmm. That ain't gonna mess up the average though. It ain't, you know. Yeah. Harden shooting a lot of bad threes too,
tell
bro.
you that afternoon pop-up showers and storms are the norm, and that's exactly what we have right now. Actually expecting a pretty steady rain throughout today here in Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive.
It ain't close.
Just past the 30-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted
hold on, I don't know.
Usage rate. Yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Okay.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, it's Lindsey.
Yeah, he 1 and 2 in that area.
Third down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On third down, here's Lindsey. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Well,
Getting 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Hey, Alabama. 56 to me. Orbit. Check 56. He's tired.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And that will be incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
Well, I'm tired of hearing about it.
They go play action with Trubisky. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Free safety, Clinton Dix, the man to make the play there on the defensive side. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing here, Trubisky. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Shoot this side. I got shoot this side. We got 3. We got 3. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Check. Bravo. 56 to Mike. 56 and he hit.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady. He's going to air it out deep for Green. This is caught. It's a gain of 35.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain.
Check, tight right. Solo out there, check the outs out there. Hey, 4 down. Rip.
They'll try to run with Lindsey, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Phillip Lindsey, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Solomon Thomas able to drop him for a loss of a couple. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Here's Trubisky. Being chased out left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shoot.
And got his man complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Odell Beckham, 77 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up.
Did y'all have anybody to lead that y'all didn't think was going to lead? See, a lot of that type of stuff played So see that type of stuff play into it too, bro. Niggas leaving that
For them,
you.
a touchdown their last go around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start
No, but I'm
for
just
this
saying, like,
drive,
if it's just a 1 year thing, then you can look at it from, from that perspective.
But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay.
What are you doing?
A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. On 3rd down, Lindsay. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a carry for Lindsay. He's got the first down and more past midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Cloud, cloud. Hey, Alabama.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. They find some open field here. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Nobody leaked. Big play. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
What you got, Abby? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Check. Go bandit. Check. Hey, Echo. Flare. Hey, hot.
Now they'll throw with Brady. And that is caught.
Why didn't you go back?
Jacksonville. Hunter Henry. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Play action. Now Trubisky. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 43 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. William Hayes, the pride of Winston-Salem State, coming in to drop him. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Play action. It's Trubisky. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Boy, this... All right.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Boy, this junk so...
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll run here with Lindsey. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Trubisky will throw. Now Trubisky lost the football, but fortunately the Saints were able to hold on to it, so they will indeed keep it. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Check, 47. Check the out, check the out, check the out. Mike's 47.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's fourth down. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call. That's what he said.
The boy can't develop, bro.
The Saints on fourth down last year, 13 of 16, second best in the league, and they'll try it here. Here we go on fourth down with Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Here's Lindsey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Now Brady on the bootleg. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11.
Watch the pass. Check it, reload. Hey, wahoo. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Watch the run. Watch the hit. Regular.
Brady. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Bullock's kick is good. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. Now, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team. And
who y'all got next week, man, as far as y'all Madden games?
This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I was talking to Warpy. Yeah, he muted you.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now Trubisky. He finds his target, Beckham. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Yeah, you can type that in.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
Emmanuel Hall.
The kick by Bryant is good. And with that, they'll take a 1-point lead here in the second. So a little late drama in the first half as that kick will give them the lead into intermission.
Isn't this fun the way that this is unfolding? You're exactly right. The late drama, 3 points go up on the board, and we go into the half with a new leader.
So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Tackle for loss. Yeah.
The
Safety.
Saints
Yeah, that's
on the
usually
field
part
ready
of
to
it.
get their drive started. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Now Trubisky on first down.
Oh my gosh!
Fires one that's intercepted.
Man, this nigga terrible, man.
37.
I'm throwing an out route. This nigga throw it all the way out there.
Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
It's here.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the line.
I be thinking it'd be Chan for a second, bro. This nigga just throw the ball 10 yards out away from the dude. I'm
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jarek McKinnon. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On 2nd and 7, Trubisky. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 29. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off the bootleg. Brady under a heavy rush. rush, and down he goes. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half.
I think he's a Duke
different
fan,
angles,
though.
different things to slow down the speed.
I think so.
They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Switch.
On third down, it's Lewis. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, this from 53. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator?
Look at the ball!
Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
47, Alpha. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Pick me up. Here we go. 47 is the mic.
Looking to throw again on second down. Trubisky. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Slam. Hey, Alabama. Alert flow. Sugar. Hey, exit. Mike 50. Hey, Ozzy.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Finding Green complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hold the look. Hold. SOS. 6 guy. Check 6 guy. Check. Crunch. No, 66.
Now it's Lindsey. He's got a first out and more inside the 30. Touchdown, Jaguars. Philip Lindsey, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number.
Adams?
Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Solomon Thomas able to record his 5th sack of the season. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Set the tone, defense.
Now it's Trubisky. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Alert. Watch it. 80 weapons.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
On second down now, it's Henderson. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Darrell Henderson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Second down, McKinnon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. So after the run by McKinnon, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. They go play action. Trubisky. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 45-yard line.
And another thing that makes it come back
that nigga
really
killed me with that pick 6.
Oftentimes, after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Haywood. Crunch time, defense.
Now Trubisky to throw.
Man, this nigga, man.
Complete. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. The former first-round pick Kareem Jackson there defensively. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
18.
Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. And now here is another interception.
Man, this nigga is horrible.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Who the freak you throwing the ball to?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, that turnover might just about do it. Here, fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right.
Trubisky, man, he is freaking stinking it up out here today.
Tackled there by
Yep.
Monte Nicholson.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to punt the ball. They've done so with that first run.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting...
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big first down on a fake punt. What a call. 16 yards. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move. But oftentimes, it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Check 99. He's moving, boys, he's moving. Hey, check it. Shadow.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. Green brings it in. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
Check. Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield. Hey, 66.
They'll run. It's Lindsey. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive game. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, ball 66. Check 3. Check hot route. Hot. Let's go.
Brady gives this one to Lewis. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Shotgun now for Brady. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Oh.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
Why y'all tired?
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. 70 yards. And the Saints get a bit closer.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep
he
as the
injured,
deepest
though.
receiver. Keep everything
He
in
broke
front
his
of you,
hand.
rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. That they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle.
Nah, he fell on the floor and somebody landed on top of his hand, I think.
Even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. On first down, Henderson. In on the stop, the Pro Bowl strong safety Jamal Adams. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Here's a give to Lindsey. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now we'll get a quick
dude turned it on.
New Orleans, number 2.
Finally.
As they'll talk it over here before what'll be
What's
an
up?
important 3rd down.
You ain't doing nothing today. Check 43. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
How long Steph Curry what?
Watch out.
Since like the 3rd game of the season.
On 3rd down, here's Henderson. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down.
I'm talking to my kids, man.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Boy, you don't be talking to Queen like that, big dog.
Hey, check motion. Hey, orbit. Get hands on 56 to Mike. Ball 50. Mike. Oh, here we go. Oh. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. They'll let this go for the end zone. And no, it's incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down.
What you look at and say?
Will have the football back. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
Let's get off the field.
On 1st down, Trubisky. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards.
I think so.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football
They got
back.
a noodle. A noodle.
Whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run with Wilkins. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Now we'll get whistles, and they signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
Go, go. Hey, Alabama.
Brady going to look to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation.
Improvising.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their
Got to go back to the drawing board, fellas. Bad showing.
That can hurt you.
So for the Jaguars, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2.
With 6 takeaways.
We'll hit the road next week to take on
39%.
the Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh, Kwame.